Hello YouTube, welcome back to At 3 PM, and I have a confession to make. See, last time I told you we were going to come back and play against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and we're going to see the Carabao Cup against Liverpool. But truth be told, I've enjoyed playing this game to the point where actually I decided I was going to just carry on playing, even though I didn't have the time to record and do things live. So this is going to be the mother of all updates, because as you can see, we are on the 21st of April, approaching the end of a truly climactic season. So since you're last with us, we had just lost to Norwich City in the FA Cup fourth round, and you can see with the sea of green we have taken that defeat and we have used it to spur on our advances for the next, well, really 3 months. The end of the January transfer window came and went, and I will show you who we bought, and February came and went, and we had a perfect month. Winning games left, right and centre by multiple goals. You know, highlights have got to be, in particular, the 6-0 defeat of Tottenham. Now in this save, Tottenham are not doing too great. They're 13th in the table, and although under Luciano Spalletti are now coming back, they are not a side that really should be troubling us. So to see us win 6-0 was particularly pleasing. And then on top of that, we then went to Crystal Palace and won 5-0. And then the final two matches of the month, those two really big games, FC Bayern, who we beat 2-1 away from home in the Champions League first knockout round, and Liverpool, who we beat 1-0. This was such a close, tight game, and to be honest, by the end of it I rode my luck a little bit. You can see from the statistics the XG was clearly in their favour, with 15 shots 7 on target compared to my 10 shots 7 on target with a 1.17 XG. But you can see my defence had a particularly good game, with Edison being my man of the match, and that tells you everything you need to know about this match. We were not the better side, but we came away with the better result because of some resolute defending. So we walked away with the Carabao Cup as a result. We move into March, where the good times continue to roll. We were just unstoppable this month. Everton 2-0, West Ham 2-0, Leicester 4-1, and then Bayern Munich, who we beat at home 4-0. Now Bayern Munich in this game are very, very good. You've got some superb players. Manuel Neuer, although age 35, he is still one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I mean, those mentals for a goalkeeper are just unheard of. And then you've got young players as well, complementing the old guard like Neuer, such as Alphonso Davies. I have to say, if you ask me, Alphonso Davies is underrated in this game. He is, for me, probably one of the best left-backs in the world. So to see him on FM21 having a marking of 9 and tackling of 9, I don't think he quite is represented in the game. And the combination of my defence and some truly brilliant attacking play just made this team look pretty ordinary. And to win 4-0 at home, and then, what was it, 2-0? Let's have a look. Yeah, 2-1 away from home, and then 4-0 at home, making a 6-1 aggregate win. It just goes to show just how good this team is, and it set us up really nicely going into April. And you can see we had a big draw in the Champions League quarter-final. We matched out against Barcelona, and again, we produced the goods. We were really, really good. 2-0 victory away from home and a 4-2 victory at home. This is just a team that cannot stop scoring goals. And it's just so pleasing to see. You know, we are a side that are really hitting form over a long period of time. But the most recent game I've played is the away game against Newcastle. We needed 2 penalties expertly dispatched by Kevin De Bruyne in order to win that match. Not the most straightforward of matches. And now we've got Chelsea at home, Atletico Madrid away, Fulham away, and Atletico Madrid at home. 4 tough ties, but come the end of that period of time, with only 4 games left and a lead at the minute of, how many points is that? Wow, that's pretty impressive actually. A lead at the moment of 17 points. If we come out of that end of fixtures with a win against Chelsea, a win against Fulham, then I think we've pretty much wrapped up the title. And Atletico Madrid, although they are a good side, they're second in the Spanish First Division, they're not a team that I think are up to the standards of Barcelona and Bayern Munich. You know, they have João Felix, who is in need of arrest at the moment, which is pleasing, might be encouraging. And they have players like Mario Hermoso, who is a very good fullback indeed, who can play centre-back as well. And of course, probably my favourite goalkeeper in world football, Jan Oblak. Oh dear, Tammy. Let's tell you all about Tammy. So, as I say, we brought Tammy Abraham, intending him to be our second choice, intending him to be built up to be Sergio's replacement. And actually, he's been Sergio's replacement a lot sooner than I thought he would be. When he joined, he was 2.5 stars current ability, and you can now see he's at 4 stars. That's how quickly he's come along. He joined having had 5 goals on his name, and you can see there he has scored 14 goals in 8 appearances, 2 Player of the Match awards, and a 7.71 average rating. His form has meant that he has forced his way ahead of Harry Kane as England's now #1 striker. 2 goals against Georgia in 2 minutes to seal the victory against them. So what can I say about Tammy Abraham? He has come on leaps and bounds in a very short period of time. The Chelsea team are full of very good players. They've got Kepa in goal, Kurt Zouma at right back, Thiago Silva and Tomori through the middle, and Reece James at left back, it seems. They have Jorginho and Azpilicueta playing, N'Golo Kante, Mateo Kovacic and Timo Werner and Olivier Giroud up front. We've picked pretty much a first 11 with one exception. So in goal is Edison, who's been superb this season. He has been truly world class. At right back is Walker. Cancelo was my starting right back during the early part of the season, but Walker has forced his way ahead of him. On left back is Robin Gosens, absolutely a steal. I keep saying it at 12 million. And our our central defensive partnership of Laporte and Diaz just simply can't be beaten. Laporte is a Rolls Royce of a defender. He really has everything. In deep lying playmaker position just ahead of the defence is Fernandinho. He has proven himself an absolutely valuable asset in that position. And the midfield duo is Ilkay Gundogan and Phil Foden. Phil Foden normally plays back up to Kevin De Bruyne, and today would be no exception if not for the fact that Kevin De Bruyne has played quite a lot of football recently, and I've decided to rest him with the Atletico Madrid match in mind. The front three, Silva on the right, Sterling on the left, and Tammy Abraham leading the line up front. These three have been ever present and ever reliable. And we're going on very attacking. I found that very attacking is very effective at seemingly breaking teams down. And with a team as capable as Manchester City, going very attacking is not quite the risk and the foolishness that it sounds. So I've gotten some good results using the very attacking mentality so far, and I think we're going to continue that for the Chelsea match. We start the game in possession, cheaply giving it away, with them punting the ball out. Oh, the ball was just pinging about in the box there, waiting for someone to put it in. Another corner kick is taken, it's headed out to Fernandinho. who exchanges the ball with Foden, and then to Laporte, to Gundogan, to Sterling, to Gundogan, who runs into the box, puts in a cross, which doesn't beat the first defender. Gosens on the ball now, to Fernandinho, who plays a ball which doesn't get past Paqueta. And the ball is effectively played into obscurity there. So we started off quite well by the look of things. We're on the front foot. We're playing some nice football. Oh, we should have had really 2 goals from that corner kick and the attempt by Sterling just then. The defence just parted for him. But we're still on the attack, and this is... we've got an offside. That's a shame. So Liverpool are still 0-0 with Fulham. And they've taken the lead. 1-0, and Alexander-Arnold penalty. So Fernandinho picks up the loose ball, plays it forward to Tammy Abraham, who's unable to control it, but we still pick up the ball. Sterling runs into the box, but Thiago Silva is there to cut it out. Gosens plays the ball back to Sterling, to Gundogan, to Gosens again, who puts in the cross, and it's blocked. The ball comes out to Fernandinho, and this is the sort of relentless pressure that I like. Bernardo Silva really should have done better there. I nearly created a player called Bernardinho. So Sterling picks up the ball from the throw-in, back to Gosens, back to Sterling, who plays the ball to Tammy Abraham, and a wonderful... I thought that was a save, but seemingly not. It's a header at the far post, which Tammy Abraham should have done better with, really, if he missed the target. Walker now on the ball to Gosens, to Gundogan. Gundogan passing the ball to Gosens, goes into the box, and another save from Kepa. We must have had a number of shots already after 20 minutes. 7 shots, 2 on target, with an XG of 1.11 already. But Chelsea are on the attack here, although they give it straight to Walker, who comes right back with Bernardo Silva. Hits the ball, hits the Chelsea player and out for a corner. Whips the corner in, and it's headed out. Sterling keeps the ball in play to Gundogan. Gundogan shoots. There is just that wealth of Chelsea players just flooding that box, making things really difficult for us to find a way through. They are defending in numbers. Bernardo Silva picks up the ball now. He runs towards that penalty box, passes to Gundogan, then to Sterling, then to Gosens. Gosens running with the ball into the box, lofts a high ball to Abraham, to Walker. Walker shoots straight at the Chelsea player, who then tries to find a way back in without any success. Gosens to Sterling. Sterling plays it to Fernandinho. Fernandinho runs into the middle. Foden takes an ineffective shot. It's just cannons off a Chelsea player. We have had so many shots that have been blocked by Chelsea players, by anybody really. I mean, look at that. Just pinging about in the penalty area, so making it 12 shots with only 2 on target. I'm going to drop it to attacking because I'm hoping that might encourage the players not to shoot on sight. Walker running with the ball, and there's the first goal. Abraham, I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but basically it seemed Abraham passed the ball to Silva, and Silva just slotted it underneath Kepa. We'll watch the replay here. Gosens with a perfect cross. Comes out to Walker. Walker with the ball in. Abraham either... I'm not sure how he decides to do that, but Abraham seems to have just played the ball very neatly. I think my decision to go down to attacking has been justified. So we're at half time. I think I'm going to tell them... I'm going to point my finger again. I do like pointing fingers. Pointing fingers seems to be the good alternative to pumping fists. Both seem to have very positive reactions. I'm going to tell them to not be complacent. That has motivated them all. So Reece James coming forward here. I wonder whether the way forward might be a counter-attack, which Sterling is doing now. He runs forward with the ball down the right, plays the ball off to Bernardo Silva, who chips the ball in Kepa's direction, who tips it over. I'm wondering whether we might want to defensive mass that Chelsea have tried to put in the way, because I don't think they're getting too much by way of any attack going here. So we may as well look to push our players a bit further up. Foden now on the ball. He plays a lovely ball out to Ghostons, which is cut out, but picked up by our defenders. And you can see how my team are pretty much camped in their half of the pitch. Tammy Abraham with the perfect header to pick out from the perfect cross. 27th goal of the season. He has been worth every penny of that 60 million I've spent on him. Look at this cross from Robin Ghostons as well. 2 of my signings joining up to just provide the perfect goal. See how the other teams are doing. Liverpool are still in the lead. Everton have beaten Man United though. Man United are in 3rd in the division. Let's see how that affects the league table. Yeah, so obviously we've got those 2 games outstanding for Liverpool, but we are well ahead and looking good for the title, it has to be said. Oh, and look at this. Fulham have equalised against Liverpool. 1-1. I'm going to bring some substitutions on. That's solely to keep people fresh for the matches coming up. So I've brought on John Stones, Nathan Ake and Sergio Aguero, and that is solely to keep the 3 players that they're replacing fresh. Phil Foden now picks the ball up and runs towards the Chelsea back line. Chelsea are now opening up a little bit more and giving us a bit more space to play into. I mean, they have to. We're 2-0 up, obviously. Well, there we have it, YouTube. The final whistle has gone. Manchester City 0. Sorry. Manchester City 2. Chelsea 0. A very good result in all the circumstances. There ends the episode. There isn't too long left of this save. I did think I was only going to go for 1, maybe 2 seasons. So it may mean that we see how we get on in terms of the Champions League, and we play perhaps the match that will mean our Premier League season ends gloriously or not. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe this video. Can't tell you how much that means to me. And join us next time at 3 PM. Take care.